What's up, guys? Sid here. Still trying to get over a cold, being sick, so if I sound funny again, please forgive me. Bunch of stuff to show you here. We got, what is that, thrift store stuff here, all from one thrift store. Library book sale. And then some pretty cool local sports card pickups. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. From one lady, I picked these up. Just recently, there was a local Facebook group started for sports card collectors, and what's pretty cool is that they're gonna put on a show here next month, and it's the same guy that's put on a show here locally a few years ago. He's decided to go ahead and do another show, so I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait for it. But I advertised if anybody had any 1990 Pro Set and 1991 Pro Set cards. Just because I kind of want to open them up. And a local woman advertised that she had them, and for $10 a piece. She has a Series 1 of 91, and I'm going to get that at another time, probably at the show. But she had one box of 1990 Series 2, so I'm hoping to pull a Emmitt Smith rookie. I already have one, but it'd be kind of fun to pull one. And then I have a Series 2 here of 1991. So $10 a piece, $20 for both of those. I'll be opening both of these on camera. I'll probably do one video for the 1990 and one for the 91. So you'll be able to see all my awesome hits. So make sure to look out for those. And then I also advertised in the group if anybody had any older Beckett's that they might want to give away, or charge, next to nothing for, because they're old. And a guy I've actually dealt with before, I bought something from him once before. He's also in the group, and he advertised that he'd just give me one of each. So I met up with him yesterday as well. Today is, I believe, the 8th, January 8th. Excuse me, guys. And I met up with him as well as when I got these. I did my taxes yesterday, so Jackson Hewitt. So I was pretty busy out there yesterday, but got these from him. We have a basketball. It's March 2014. Then we have a November 2014 of football, and a April 2013 of baseball. And I just really like to look at these. I know the prices are obviously not up to date because they're old, but they're just fun to look at. I grew up looking at the physical price guide. I used to have a card store for a couple years, so it's always nice to have the actual price guide. I go online for all the current stuff, but they're still pretty fun to look at. So those are free. So that's some nice sports card stuff there. And now for the thrift store stuff. Got some books. In keeping with the sports theme, we've got All Pro Football Stars of 1980. Got Don Fouts in here, Jack Ham, Randy White, Jack Youngblood. There's Earl Campbell. Very cool. That was a quarter. And then we got Super Bowl Pro Football's Greatest Games. Very cool stuff here. That was also a quarter. We got the Karate Kid movie adaptation. That was a quarter. This is pretty cool. This is Our Mysterious World by DJ Arneson and Tony Tallarico. Strange but True Stories. I used to have this book. I remember you were able to get it through the Scholastic School Book Fair. Big fan of Tony Tallarico's art. It's really simple and not very good when you get right down to it, but for some reason I like it, and he made a name for himself. Creepy face there. This is a fun book. Bigfoot's in here. UFO stuff, space monsters. So you guessed it, that was a quarter. I think all the books they charge me a quarter on. This is a really neat one. This is Daisy Comes Home by artist and author Jan Brett. And it is signed right there. Love and a little flower. Jan Brett 2002. Really nice artwork in this book. But she's a pretty famous children's book author. Very cool. But yeah, I paid less than $6 for everything in this bag. I got this mug. This Seattle mug. It's all embossed here. I buy mugs from time to time just because on the inside it says the Emerald City. It was 50 cents, but it was half off, so I paid a quarter. And they look to sell okay online. They looked for about to sell from anywhere between 15 and 20 bucks. So if I see an odd mug, a mug that looks pretty cool, I'll pick it up, especially if it's really cheap, like a quarter or 50 cents. And then I'll see what I can do with it. So that's to be continued. This is a really cool book, especially for model builders and military modelers. This is Uniforms of the American Revolution. This is out of the Macmillan Color Series. It's a hardback book from 1975. And it's got all the text about the uniforms, but in the middle it's got all the color stuff, all the insignias, the weapons, flags, and there's the uniforms themselves. So for military modelers, this is great because it shows you what colors to paint the figures. It's a very cool, interesting book. And I got this one, which is kind of cool too. This is British Maps and Map Makers. Always been fascinated by maps and map making. I always was hoping I'd find an old, really cool map at a thrift store, yard sale or something, and frame it up and put it up on the wall, but it never happened. So that's just interesting to me. This is from 1947, by the way. Got a DVD. This is live from Pittsburgh's Benedum Center. And you got Jerry Lee Lewis, Bo Diddley, Gary Puckett, Leslie Gore, Brian Hyland, and the Heartbeats. Bunch of live performances from the early 2000s. About 2 hour long DVD here. That should be fun to watch. And lastly, a cassette tape. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. Very cool. Can't go wrong with The Boss. Push all that over there. Library book sale stuff. All this stuff was $2 for the whole bag, guys. First up, we got some. It's from my kids. Some Ranger Rick magazines. My parents used to have me a subscription to Ranger Rick when I was a kid, so I always pick these up when I can find. When I can find them. Good stuff. Okay, then I got some issues of Coin World magazine. Figured I'd check these out. Collect coins a little bit, so I thought these would be fun to look at. It's June 2013, Heart of the Collector. March 2014, Collecting History, the $100 coin collection. In November 2013, Modern Commemoratives, the first 15 years. This should be fun. thought this was cool. This is an issue of Jack and Jill from 1955. 25 cents. Pretty cool. And we got some old Sports Illustrateds. It's from April 18th, 1977. This is Tom Watson, Golf's New Master. Another from 77. This is Dave Parker. Tom Seaver, June 27th, 1977. There's Reggie Jackson, May 2nd, 1977. My grandbaby's going off in the background. I don't know if you can hear him. March 21st, 1977. George McGinnis. February 14th, 1977. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Really like this one. Huge fan of his. And this one's pretty nice too. What's Up, Dr. J, from 1974. Those were neat to find. We got some books. We got Oh God, the movie adaptation of the film starring George Burns. Pretty cool. And we got Hot Lead and Cold Feet from Walt Disney Productions. Starring Don Knotts and Darren McGavin. This one's actually got, I believe, yeah, it's got photographs on the inside. Pretty cool. And we got Hammer and Hank of the Braves. Another sports book. Got a bunch of photographs in here as well. It's very cool. And then I got a bunch of these books here. There's 3 there. And we got 2 here. Let's see if that's it. Oh, 1 more. Oh. This is it. So these are a bunch of weird, esoteric, like religious and occult type books. And I pick up stuff like this because it usually sells really well. Especially when you have a whole bunch of books in the series. We have Problems of Humanity, Letters on Occult Meditation, The Unfinished Autobiography, Serving Humanity, The Rays and the Initiation, and Telepathy. And these books are all by Alice A. Bailey, and they're from the 70s. This is 8th printing, 1975. So these will be a to be continued, but they should sell really well. I know this one has a lot of writing on the inside, but some other copies here are in very good shape. So we'll see what happens with these. Okay. We got Ceremonial Chemistry. This is interesting. This is The Ritual Persecution of Drugs, Addicts, and Pushers. This is a pretty interesting book. You got Missionary Medicine, Food Abuse, Drugs and Devils, Opium and Orientals, Communions, Holy and Unholy, Discovery of Drug Addiction. Interesting book right there. Great cover too. This is a cool book. This is Wonders of the Human Body. I really like the illustrations in this book. Very cool. And we got Baseball's Zaniest Stars. This is a really neat book here. It says Casey Stengel, Dizzy Dean. A lot of the famous older Babe Ruth in here too. Some great photographs. Really nice cover. We got a book on suicide cults. That should be interesting. And a couple of videos. We got a Vestron Light of Day starring Joan Jett. And Emmett Kelly Jr.'s Circus. Really cool cover on this. And that's everything, guys. I gotta go. Hope you enjoyed. We'll talk to y'all later. See ya.